I mean, the big thing in this season was just to start off fast and just not let up after that. And, I mean, it clicked for us in the beginning. Obviously, the defense with the stop and then the muffed punt, and then we could just score off that and then just capitalized off to every single chance that we could. I mean, they stopped us short here and there, but we never stopped believing in that we could do it.
Not to bring up bad memories, but what was the feeling like when you guys walked off the field that night at Valley, and what changed after that?
I remember that feeling that we experienced in that night with the lights going out and the cannons going off and everything.
Fireworks
and everything. I mean, it was an extravagant event for them to beat the #1 team, obviously, but it was a wake-up call for us. And I remember guys were getting emotional, and Coach Wilson looked at us and was like, how do you want to be remembered? So what's your guys' legacy going to be? And from then on, we've practiced far greater than I could ever imagine. Our heads were in it. We were dedicated, committed the entire season, and I mean, ended like this, and I couldn't be more happy.
Were you ever worried that after a Waukee win last week, that the same pattern would emerge? Did that thought ever cross your mind?
I mean, there was glimpses of it, but I mean, practice that week, we were just focused, we were on point, and I mean, just coming in here, we had to prove to ourselves mostly that we could do it, that we could make history and have this team put it on, be in the history books for it, and we just wanted to prove to ourselves that we could do it and just not let up throughout the entire game.
You've been pretty mean to those teams from Cedar Rapids in the state championship games. This year's team compared to last year's team, I'm from Cedar Rapids, I only see you once a year, but was this team of yours this year as good as last year, or what do you think?
I mean, both were great teams. Obviously, I mean, we completed our one goal that we wanted to, and I mean, there are differences here and there, but I mean, just a great group of kids. I mean, both from the younger level to the senior level. I mean, what we completed this year, I mean, it was just the same. I mean, both offense and defense. I mean, just mostly what I loved is that the chemistry was always there. There was never division within the offense and defense, and it was just one entire family, one set, one team, one goal.
What is it about CIML football? You guys from the league you've won 3 titles in 5 years, and the CML's 5 in a row. Pretty good football, huh, in the Des Moines area?
Very good football. I mean, it's very competitive, and I mean, there's numerous rivalries that go on in here, and we hit each other hard in the mouth, and I feel as though with that and the hard schedules that we have, I mean, it prepares us for the playoffs and then to face the team on the eastern side. And I mean, CIML is a tough division. I'm going to miss it, playing with these guys against all these schools that I've made friends with, and just a great division.
If I did the math right, for your career, I think I've got you at like more than 7,500 total yards, passing and running, 90 touchdowns. Pretty good. How do you feel about what you've accomplished individually?
I mean, those accolades are great and all. I mean, personal accolades, but I mean, when it comes down to is that we had one goal, 2013, win state, one goal, 2014, win state, and we did it. And I couldn't be more happy.
Congratulations.
Hey,
Good luck to
you.
you. Thank you.
Thank you.
I guess when I talked to Coach Wilson earlier this summer, he brought up a conversation that you and he had, a text conversation 2 years ago when he was up here, and you made the promise that you guys were never going to miss a trip to the Dome again. And now that you've been able to live up to that promise and fulfill it and get 2 rings, I guess looking back, what does all that mean for you to be able to say that you lived up to that promise?
I mean, it means so much. I remember it was after I tore up my knee my sophomore year, and we were exchanging text messages back and forth, and I told him, like, hey, you're never going to buy a ticket to the Dome again. I promise you that. And from then on, him and I have that mentality, and to take it within every workout, every practice that we've had, to have that mentality that we're going to state, that we're going to win. And I just couldn't be more happy that it ends like this and just end the career off right.
How much you feel like tonight summarized this season, though, for your football team? I mean, it was suffocating defense. Special teams was giving you field position. You guys were taking that field position, turning it into touchdowns. It sort of seemed like Dowling football in a nutshell for this team, right?
I mean, it was a perfect end to obviously we had that one loss, but I mean, the season that we had, I couldn't be more happy. I mean, coming back from that loss that we had, and to rally up and end the season and just make sure that, we start off fast and never let up after that. I mean, that was our goal, that was our plan, and we achieved it.